What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Anonymous1, and this is episode 37 of Let's Play Seiken Densetsu 3. Yes, I know it's been over 4 months since I last LP'd this, but I have a perfectly good reason. The reason? I'm lazy, and I'm a procrastinator. But anyways, if you forgot what happened in the last episode, which I'm assuming most of you did, the God Beast got released. Yeah. So, I retreated up to the mountains and grinded up an amazing 14 levels up to level 40, as you can see. Now, the stat changes here, I'm not going to go over it because there's way too many of them, but just know that I'm actually a lot stronger than I am before. Alright, so, this place should look really familiar. I bet you're wondering, what is with all these low-level enemies? I mean, what am I doing back here in the Stairway to Heaven? Well, this is actually where I want to go. Right in here, which is the Corridor of Wind. Well, wait a minute. Wasn't I here in episode 7, way back in episode 17? What am I doing back here? Well, I have a pretty good reason, and you will find out about it, well, in due time. Alright, so this place should be a little bit... This should basically be really easy to go through because, well, we had level 11 and level 12 enemies around here, so we should have about the same, right? Wrong. We've got enemies now knocking on the door at level 30. Yeah. And that's really about the only thing that's changed. It's the same enemies, the only difference now is the number beside their level. Instead of being 10, 11, 12 now, it's like 28, 29, 30. So yes, I did overgrind a little bit, but like I said, I have my reasons here. First reason is that, well, at level 36 you get to do something, which I'm not going to actually spoil right now because we're actually missing something to do the something. And number two, well, let me just put it this way. The God Beasts are no walk in the park. They're no easy walk in the park, and I do not want to be there. Because that is a dead end. Dead ends are dead to me, because dead ends lead nowhere. Alright, so you know what? I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here, because this dungeon, as you can see, is basically the same. The only difference is that the enemies are a lot stronger, so... I'll meet you all at the... There's a gold mana statue here. I'll meet you all at that place. Alright, and about 3 minutes later, I'm here at the gold mana statue. And, of course, as with any gold mana statue, I am going to save my game, so I will be right back yet again. Okay, so now we get to go back to actually where we fought Zanker. So yeah, this is actually, just to refresh your memory, this is the gold mana statue about, let's see, 1, 2, 3 rooms, yeah, 2 rooms before the Zanker room. And that's actually where we need to head back to. Yes, we're actually fighting Zanker again. I mean, who knew? We gotta fight Zanker again to move on. Yeah, and as you can see, the Mana Stone is gone because it broke. Corn broke my Mana Stone. I'm telling Mommy. Not that Corn is actually related to any of my characters or anything, but... Alright. Okay, so we're actually about to take on a God Beast. Now, pay attention, because here is Anonymous1's God Beast Survival Kit. Not Survival Kit. Jeez, I can't get my words straight. Okay, so, here we go. The most important thing is you need your Angel's Grills, because if a character ends up dying, well, you'll have that to bring him back to life. You also need a Blitzscale for defense buffs. Or if you have someone like Lise, which even though I do have some buff ups with Lise, But I still prefer using the item and saving Lisa's HP. But anyways, Roulette Scale gives you a defense up, just to review here. Drake Scale gives you a strength up. Of course, I'm going to be using that with Duran and Lise. Pumpkin Chocolate, self-explanatory. Poto Oil. This is probably very important because unless you have like a Carly, like someone like a Carly that's able to heal everyone, you don't have any move. There are no moves that you have that I have at the moment that will be able to target everyone, which is why I bought these things. Alright, Mole Bear's Claw, well, I'll explain that once we start the fight. It's a Hagen Scale, of course I'm going to be using that on Angela, and a Honey Drink, which will fully restore all of the HP of one ally. So that's why I bought the Poto Oil, because that targets everyone, like I said. Round Drops, who cares about Round Drops? Hell yeah, Magic Walnuts is also a must-have, because of course it replenishes your MP. Alright, so enough of me explaining stuff. I say we are ready to take down a God Beast. Are you ready to take down a God Beast, viewers? If not, too bad, because here we go. The God Beast, Angela? Interesting. Because last time I checked, there were 8. So I don't know if that is that a God Beast, but whatever. Hey, wait, why are you summoning Flammy? So you look for the God Beast, and then you summon Flammy to run away from him? What kind of idea is that? Seriously, Angela? You've got to come up with some better ideas there. Whatever. Here we go. Whoa! Here we go. God Beast Dangard! God Beast of the Wind. Out of all 8 God Beasts, I think this one is actually the easiest. And he should be actually really easy compared to what level I'm at right now, level 40. But I actually suggest, before you take on any of the God Beasts, to be at least level 30. So, alright, this is why I got the Mole Bear's Claw. I'm going to give it to Duran and to Lise. And now I think it's a good time to actually start talking about elements in this game. Because all enemies have a particular element. Now, I didn't talk about them before, Pan, because, well, there was really no need to. It was actually a pretty self-explanatory, I can't get my words together here. There was really no reason for me to explain it, just because the enemies up to that point were pretty easy. Now the curve has gone up not drastically, not dramatically, kinda in the middle, so like, I don't know, dramatitastically. Yes, that's a word in English language, go look it up, dramatitastically. Alright. But luckily, Dangard is not going to attack us immediately, so we can actually do our buff ups and stuff, which is what I'm doing. Alright, so that, and another bullet scale on Lise. And now I think we're about ready to take them on. Alright, let me get them to attack by doing that. And, well, this guy, as with any wind elemental beasts, is weak to ground, so any gnome-type spells, use them. Fortunately, I only have Diamond Missile. I thought by now Angela would have learned some more gym-based spells. Let's see, let me look at it here. Let's see, Dark Force. I don't think Dark Force is, no, Dark Force I think is a shade spell, so we're not going to use that. So yeah, Diamond Missile is, and any other gnome-based spells are pretty much your go-to here. And also, if you have Diamond Saber on either Duran or Carly, then Diamond Saber is also a way you can go. Alright, so now that I've gotten that out of the way, let me just explain that, yeah, I was kind of lazy with my level grinding. I mean, no one likes level grinding. And you have to understand that. No one likes it. It's like the epitome of RPGs. I mean, I think there's one RPG, I think it's 7th Saga, that actually requires a lot of level grinding. Seiken Densetsu 3, even though it's a little bit guilty with that, it doesn't really necessarily require a lot of level grinding, but it does require some. 7th Saga requires a lot of level grinding, so. And no, I don't have any plans to LP 7th Saga, because that game is pretty much all level grinding. But... Alright, so there we go, Thunderball. That is one of his AoEs. Alright, so with his AoEs, the best thing you want to do with his AoEs is, right after he casts them, go ahead and use your AoE healing to counter it. Because 9 out of 10 times, I mean, like I said, I did over level for this boss fight. But there's a reason. Like I said, something happens at level 36 that I want to do relatively soon. But like I said, we're actually, number one, we're actually missing a couple of things in doing it. And number two, we're actually missing something to do it. That's really it. That's really about it. But anyways, where was I? I was writing about level grinding, I think. Whatever. 11 minutes already. Alright, alright, so changing subjects slightly here. Yeah, like I said, I was lazy. I also had my house being renovated, and I couldn't really record, because, I mean, if I did, it would be like, hey everybody, what's going on? This is Anonymous, and you got a jackhammer in the background. That would be kind of annoying, but... Alright. We got that crazy music again from when we fought Zanger. And we're also fighting this on Flammy. Now, one thing I don't get here, why isn't Flammy helping fighting? I mean, Flammy is, as you see, Flammy is a lot bigger than Vanguard is. I mean, seriously. If she wanted to, she could just eat the darn thing. There, boss fight over. Instead, we've got this 4-phase fight. That's right, 4 phases. And that was phase 1 that we just finished. The phases are actually all, you can actually... What am I trying to say here? Oh. You'll actually know when your phase is complete, because you'll see the cloud come by. But your strategy doesn't change. There's, like I said, Diamond Saber everyone, and attack them with all of the ground type stuff that we have. I don't know if you saw that, but Flammy's actually blinking. Actually, a nice little touch there. I gotta figure out exactly how high are we. We're actually pretty high up, obviously. Alright, this is something else that's kind of annoying that what Zanker will do. When Zanker is that far away from Flammy's head, because, yeah, we're fighting this on Flammy's head. You can't hit him with any melee attacks. In other words, you gotta go strictly magic. Luckily, for everything else, there's Angela. Because Angela can attack this thing no matter what. And she's actually doing a lot of damage too. I think I'm doing like about 300 damage per missile. And like I said, I'm doing it quick enough as to minimize the damage from Vanguard. Not that I'm too worried about it because, well, like I said about 2 minutes earlier, I'm pretty over level for this fight. But as we go on and take on more of the God Beasts and stuff, that'll actually change pretty quickly. Also, I kind of like Vanguard's design here. He's like a griffin. Like a 2-headed griffin. That's what you want to call it. Alright, come on. But yeah, like I said, even though Vanguard is probably the easiest out of all of them. Yeah, Thunderball. Oh, no, 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 no. I was not expecting that. Yikes. But yeah, even though Vanguard is the easiest out of all 8 of them, this fight can take upwards of 20 to 30 minutes. As a matter of fact, I think this fight is actually going to probably take up the entire video. And I can't see my timer because my iPad just went to standby. Oh man, I did not mean to use another portal oil. Well, I guess I kind of needed it. I guess. Now that I'm back up to 600 for the most part. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this fight. Just diamond whatever away. Diamond sword away. Diamond something. Alright. So, yep, that's about it for this fight. So, I'm out of words to say, so cue the music. Oh, wait. New phase. Phase 3. Which is exactly the same as phase 1. Alright. Cue the music!
Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention about Air Slasher, it lowers your defense. Alright, let me check phase 4. Actually, no. I want to get something off the back here. I just want to say that this LP has been probably the most fragmented, and the fragments are just really... I mean, look at it. There's been an inconsistent upload schedule. I mean, there have been 2 big breaks, and the first break was pretty much understandable considering I was in school and finishing up. But the second break, well, like I said, my laziness got the best of me. So I retreated up to the mountains, and my laziness got the best of me, and I didn't bubble grind like I said I was. Actually, I just got to level 40 last night. I mean, you tell me, you want to grind 14 levels up at one time? Actually, I'm thinking I probably should have used a quota oil. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and use a quota oil right now. For a second, I thought that was going to kill Duran. And third of all, what is Duran doing with the least amount of HP? Jeez. I think I might be... Let's see, I'm not going to double quota oil. I think what I'm going to do instead is use a Hawking Chakra on him and get him back up to the 700 HP that he has. Okay, so it's not quite 700, assuming. Jeez. Alright, there we go. Air Slasher again? Is that the only attack you know, Vanguard? That and hurling balls of thunder at me? Like their pitches? Oh wow, I didn't even notice that. That's actually the name for a James Bond movie. Holy cow. Wow. Okay, enough of the air slashing. Enough of the slashing of the air, Vanguard. It's getting old. Oh my god, I did not even notice, I didn't even notice Angela's, MP. Because that's what happens when you get too much into a game. You lose track of how much MP she has. You lose how much... No, you don't. I get to attack first. Ahaha. That's right. Eat my diamonds. Diamonds are tasty. And we're going to the last phase. About freaking time. This fight is easy. It's just long as all heck. And look at that. It looks exactly like phase 2. The only thing is I can use his speed up now. Which means his attacks are going to come a little bit more quicker and a little bit more, stronger. Also, his evade rates are up, so now you won't be able to really hit him with the, thingamajig. With melee attacks. Not saying that you couldn't before. I mean, you still can. It's just a lot harder now. We have a 50% chance of thunderstorms. Sorry, as a meteorologist, I had to say that. Alright, hold on, more diamonds. See, Vanguard? Diamonds are good for you. Diamonds are... diamonds. Diamonds are only valuable in Minecraft. Here, they're just weapons. Come on, Vanguard. Today is a good day to die. We've been going at this for about 20 minutes, actually. The timer has 22 minutes and 20 seconds right now. Yeah, that's how long this fight's going. Easy fight, just long as all heck. Let's see. Oh, time to use another magic walnut. I think I'm also going to go with Quarter Oil here as well. Alright, but with this, you probably don't want to let your HP get below, I'll say 200 in this fight. But I think his AoEs do about like 160. So, okay, oh right, Diamond Missile. Alright, that should be the last magic wand that we have to use in this fight. Alright, how much is that going to do? Okay, no, that's not too bad. 100 damage isn't bad. But that means I can take about 5 more before I need to heal again. Yeah, see, now he's just going to keep on throwing out attacks on us, and... yeah, that's going to hurt. Come on, Y button. Work Y button. Work Y button. Thank you. Alright, let's heal. I don't know why, but it seems like Duran's defense is down. Maybe because of all the air slashes that's happened here. But you know what? Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to use a red scale on Duran. And then it's back to attacking. Alright, let's do this. Diamond Missile. Daimondo Misu. I don't know. I'm slowly but surely learning Japanese. I've been watching a lot of Game Center CX lately. Like, that show was pretty fun. If you're into retro games, which if you're watching this Let's Play, I'm assuming you all are, and if you like Let's Plays, I definitely recommend watching Game Center CX, but I watched the one translated by Something Awful. I haven't seen the ones by Kotaku, which is the ones that have, which is the company that has translated the official ones, per se, but I heard they're pretty good, but they're not pretty good. So I've been trying to avoid them for the most part. Maybe one day in the near future I might watch it to see exactly how bad everyone says it is, how bad it really is, but I'm gonna go ahead and avoid them. But like I said, I'd recommend watching it. And actually, one of the games that Kacho has done in that, I hope I said that right, Kacho, which means chief in Japanese, because Arena was a chief. But one of the games he's done, I'm actually thinking about doing it. Now, I'm not gonna say which game it is, but let's just say it's on my radar.
Speaking of on my radar, Vanguard's death is definitely on my radar. What is it with enemies and violent explosions in RPGs? I don't get it. I mean, Final Fantasy, it's in Final Fantasy as well, and it's also... Seriously, you could have just lit in a box of TNT and would have been done with this fight. I don't even know anymore. Oh, and she is not lying about that. Vanguard was a piece of cake. The other 7, oh, let's just say they get progressively harder. And then after like the 5th one, the difficulty just skyrockets. Which is another reason why I round up to level 40. So anyways, we are at 26 minutes. Holy cow, that fight. Oh, that's right, but I'm going to be fast forwarding a little bit through Phase 3 just to make it go through a little quicker, so alright, so that's about it for this episode. That's right, a whole episode featuring a boss battle. Who knew? So in the next episode, we will continue to take down the god beasts one by one and slowly but surely save the world. So, I say, Flammy says goodbye, and I say, later.